Molly, he came here to the Dayton VA with a tailbone injury a few weeks ago, otherwise healthy. Now he's upstairs in one of those rooms having battled pneumonia, gone to the ICU, depressed and confused. His daughter can't be there with him, but says something needs to change.
He always wanted you to see that he can run backwards.
This video of 92-year-old Ken Townsend walking backwards in an airport.
Come forward.
Is from just a few weeks ago.
He can move very well.
The Army veteran who served in the Korean War had just gotten back from a trip to California and was on a chair doing housework when he fell. His daughter, Chris Orlacher, took him to the Dayton VA with a tailbone injury. X-rays showed he had a small fracture, but in severe pain, doctors decided to admit him. That's when Chris found out she could not go with him because of COVID-19 rules.
I just said, Dad, I can't go with you anymore. And he cried. And then I cried. The elevator door opened, and then they wheeled my dad on there, and I kind of waved, goodbye as those doors closed, and then I had to turn around and walk to my car. I think my legs felt like they weighed about 1 billion pounds.
Her biggest fear as she sat in the parking lot.
I knew what was going to happen to my dad.
After years as an ER nurse, she's seen older patients decline when family isn't there. Sure enough, she started to hear about the signs in her dad.
Anybody who would come into my dad's room, he would say, have you seen my daughter? Have you seen Chris? Is she out in the hall? He couldn't remember why I wasn't coming.
Over the last couple weeks, things have just gotten worse. Her dad became confused, grew lonely, then hopeless and depressed. He stopped eating, developed pneumonia, and was admitted to the ICU. Now, Chris feels she has to say it.
My dad may not survive. What would have helped the odds of my dad surviving was a family member.
I checked the Dayton VA's website and found its COVID-19 situation update does allow for a single designated partner or primary caretaker. It does not specifically say whether that person would be allowed for patients who are admitted. Chris said the VA told her that's when the hospital's rule comes in. A rule, despite COVID, she says has to change to help these elderly, sick patients.
I don't know if it's going to be in time for my dad. I don't know. But I'm not going to quit because there's thousands of people like my dad. There's thousands of daughters like me.
I did reach out to a Dayton VA spokesperson tonight, hoping to learn more about their visitation policy. I haven't heard back. I also can tell you I did check the websites for some of our different hospitals in the region. Generally speaking, it appears that a single visitor, a single family member, is allowed for non-COVID hospitalizations when they're actually admitted. However, having looked at these websites, my best advice if you have a loved one going to the hospital would be to just check the website or call the hospital. Things can really change depending on the circumstances. Live at Dayton, Sean Cudahy, News Center 7.